I installed Ubuntu onto a Linux system running on VMware, which is on my MacBook, isolated from the rest of my work in this virtual machine. Um, I wanted to create a file management system that could be accessed by different people in different locations, for example, work colleagues. Um, and so there are two methods for this. One is just by setting up Apache server on my local machine, using my machine as the host for the web server, using Apache. Just using the regular interface of Apache for showing the directory of files, but also created a file management system with a web UI using free software called Recoll. And this allows for not only browsing of the directory, but also for searching, for example, by file type or keyword. Recoll allows for full text search, which is more functionality for searching through the database, especially if it's a large database of different files. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here with the password that I created when I set up the virtual machine. And first we will look at just the uh, regular Apache directory on my local machine. I can either use my IP address to access the directory, or just for simplicity here I'll do localhost. And so for the regular Apache index directory, I set up English teaching materials. This scenario is as if I was an English teacher, which is a hobby of mine, and I have various teaching materials on my machine, and this scenario is making these materials available to other friends and colleagues in the English teaching space. So here is the folder that is located on my var www html file uh, in the directory of my Ubuntu system. And here are the files, so people can open these and access them that way. But in order for it to have a searchable index, it's necessary to use the software called Recoll. The app looks like this. Here it is, Recoll. But I'm going to go ahead and you can access this on the local desktop, of course, but what we want to do is access it through the web. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. And instead of just typing in localhost, now Recoll is going to be our destination. So localhost slash Recoll. And now we see the web UI, and I can type in a search, say, for any PDF document. And there's some of the PDFs, basics for beginners. This is like a quiz, English quiz. And we can also do full text searches. So I'm going to search for or how about business, like, because business English is a thing. And there we go. We've got some accounting article. Now this one is a Microsoft Word document that you can see here. And it found the word business throughout the full text of this article. And here I've got the documents folder, which is in my home folder, indexed. So this is something you can set up when you configure Recoll at initial setup, or you can do it later. So rather than having the default of my entire home directory indexed, I went ahead and changed it to just the documents folder, which is where the Recoll is accessing, and that's all in the config. So the details of configuring Recoll are included in the manual, so please see that for details. This is just a brief overview showing the functionality, but right now this is just using localhost, so I'm just accessing it on my computer, but this could be extended to being accessible through a VPN, for example, to a group of colleagues. And it's ready to go. It's working. And thank you for watching.